And when I went in, they made me put my fingers on this device, right? And they analyzed it, and then they sent me through these 7 chambers. And like, have you ever heard of a chi machine? Where they shake your feet? That was one of them. There was a foot bath. When I went in, the water was clear. When I left in like 10 minutes, it was black. I mean black. There were all kinds of different things that were happening, but it was nothing that entered my body. It was all on an energetic scale. Then I went back at the end of the 7 chambers, probably 2 hours later, put my fingers in these, it's this device called a gas discharge visualization camera. And then I went back to the person who was going to tell me what was going on with me. So he says, you have knee pain, don't you? I said, yeah, how could you know that? And he goes, and you also have a toothache today, but it's short term. I said, yeah, I've got a toothache. How could you possibly know that? And he said, it's right here in your field. And he showed me, not this one, but this is a brochure for the camera itself. But he showed me this it's like a before and after picture of my energetic field. And can you see that the one on the left has all these gaps? It's called disorganized or incoherent energy field. Okay, can you guys all see it? You can look at it later too. I'll show you the brochure. And then when I got out of the chambers, my field looked like the one on the right. My knee pain was gone, my toothache was gone, and they were gone for days. You need to keep going back or wear a pendant or do something to keep your energy field organized. Are you with me? Is that exciting stuff?
Yeah. Yes.
So the science is coming to show that everything happens in the field. And that's what our company is about. For you that are new and you haven't seen this yet, it's a line of products that are called energetic wellness products that are designed to make your energy field look like this, which can be measured. It can be measured. Isn't it crazy? Did you ever think you'd live to see something like this? This is where they can see everything. And where my fingers were, you can see every part is like the meridian is going out there, and if it's right there, it's your kidney. If it's right there, it's your heart. If it's right there, it's your foot. It's just, they can see everything that's happening, and guess what? They can see it before it shows up in the body. So sometimes they appear to be wrong because they're saying, oh, you've got this knee pain. You're saying, no, I don't, and then a week later you have it. Because it's actually visible in the field first. So, a quick lesson in quantum physics. But don't take notes, there's no test later. If a quantum physicist looked at my hand with his microscope, an electron microscope, he'd see tissue, right? And if he increased the magnification, he would see cells. And then increase it more, see molecules. Increase it more, you see where I'm going, right? You get to atoms, and then you see the nucleus with the protons, electrons, and neutrons going around there. Increase it farther into the nucleus, and you see subatomic particles called quarks and bosons. Well, if you just keep doing that, guess what you finally end up with? Nothing. It's called what? The field. The zero-point field is what it's called, which is what our company is named after. The zero-point field is emanating zero-point energy, which is source energy, from which everything is formed. So we are literally just balls of energy that are condensed and condensed and condensed. Let's go the other way from the field back. And you see that we're just condensed and condensed until finally the wave turns into particle, and then it's either you or the chair. It's one of the two. All right, how do you feel about that? So a quantum physicist would not look at the human body and say, this is a body with a field. What would he say?
It's a field with a body.
It's a field with a body. And the reason for that explanation is because this is why our products are working. And the exciting thing to me is, like I mentioned that I've been around ZeroPoint a couple of years back. And now I'll digress even 10 years further, and I'll just tell you, the first person to ever show me an energetic wellness product was none other than the CEO of this company, Rick Berger. He was working with a company that had these pouches with crystals inside them that would bring you into homeostasis. And I really didn't cover homeostasis quite enough. Homeostasis is complete balance, and a body in complete balance cannot be sick. It will repair itself immediately. So no energetic wellness product is curing you or healing you in any way, shape, or form. They're doing the exact same thing that the holistic doctor in Mexico did. They're bringing you into a state of balance, a greater state of balance, toward homeostasis. And the more balance you're in, the more you will heal yourself. Does that sound logical to you? That was the audience participation part.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, for me, that's so fascinating because I'm a logical thinker and I'm a left brain guy and I need the science and all that kind of stuff. So you can imagine 10 years ago when Rick Bergen, he put the cell phone up to my heart, did this thing to me. Then he put this pouch of crystals between me and my cell phone when I was stronger. And I can tell you that the explicatives that I used were quite creative in telling him, I don't want you to show me this again. This is not real. I can't share those with you because we're in a mixed company and it wouldn't be appropriate. But I was out of the box. I was just like, are you crazy? And I can't believe that I've been where I've been now because I'm a believer. Any other believers? Any other believers in the room? It's where wellness is going. Remember, Rick told you. Because like 5 years from now, we're just going to look back and say, we'll see energetic clinics. We have to get past the regulatory people that are being lobbied so that the moneymakers can still make their money. We have to figure all that thing out. But the rest of us can just, use different products that organize our field. And so that's what our product is. So imagine, when do you think the energy field in your body was created or designed? When was that? Any ideas?
Eons ago.
Eons. That's a good answer. We don't have any idea, but I guarantee you one thing. When the energy field around your body was created to protect you, wireless internet, fluorescent lights, cell phones, computers, jet airplanes, none of those things existed, did they? So, just one last thing, and then we'll start looking at the products. So the Earth has a magnetic field around it. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And so, if you looked at it, you would see these lines that go like this. And what happens is the radiation from the sun is hitting that and glancing off. Therefore, that energy field is protecting the planet. Do you agree? And so, if it weren't for that energetic field around the Earth, then the planet, the crust of the Earth's surface would fry and we couldn't inhabit this place. So, I think it stands to reason that the human also has an energy field around it, don't you? Mm-hmm. And it's there to protect us. But unfortunately, high power lines and exhaust fumes and Clorox are disrupting that energy field, so it doesn't look like this. It's incoherent or disorganized. It looks like the one on the left. I also just want to show you real quick while I'm on this. You can't see it, but if you're interested, come and see me later. And Lorraine and I both did this. We actually went and tested the camera. And these are energy centers, or you may call them chakras. Okay? It also can measure those and see where they are. Did you know that your energy centers can be so out of alignment that they're outside your body in the field? I didn't know that until I saw mine. And I was in a really straight line, except the one here in my throat was like clear out here. So what we did with these products that you're about to see is I was the guinea pig. We took all my products off. We washed my energy field with an iPhone. This is the phone that pushes out more radiation than any cell phone on the planet. The Droid might have overtaken it because it's got a bigger screen, but that's why it's all screen, right? So there's radiation coming out there that's disorganizing your energy field. Okay. So we took all my stuff off, washed my energy field with the iPhone, and then we put my fingers in the camera, right? We should have printed it out and brought it.
I do have some.
You have it? Well, let's show it after. So
okay.
We can just keep going. But if you're interested in this technology, come and see us and we'll show it to you. And we'll start showing it in the meetings and probably post something like that on the website pretty soon. It's profound. So after that little wash, I had that one energy center that was a little off, but my energy field was fairly distorted, as you might imagine. Also, I was at an expo, so a lot of my energy was being kind of drained, because everybody there wanted something from you, and that'll drain your energy to disorganize your field. So we took it, and then we did it again. After, like 5 minutes later, we put the products back on me, like all the ZeroPoint products were on me, even the oils. Okay? It wasn't 5 minutes between the tests, and you already know how it ended up, right?
Yeah.
5 minutes later, we did the test again. My throat energy center was lined up. My energy centers were in a perfect straight line. And my field, it looked more like this. Isn't that crazy? And the lady that owned that camera was all over it. And she's actually going to come to our event in Virginia Beach. She's like, I have never seen a product affect the energy field so quickly. And not only that, it affects it at a physical level. It affects it at an emotional level. And there's one more, and I can't think of what it is. It affects it at 3 different levels.
Mental.
Huh?
Mental.
Mental. Maybe that's it.
And spiritual.
Spiritual, maybe that's it. So maybe there's 4. As you can see, I'm not an expert, and I'm not going to pretend to be. I was thinking about legally changing my first name to Doctor, which I think would give me a lot more credibility. I haven't made that decision yet. What do you think?
No, you don't need it.